Hey guys, Steven here with the Average Runner podcast. Well, I am proud to announce I am now an ultra runner. I ran my first 50K the other week on December 5th, 2015 at the You Don't Know Jack 50K in Carthage, Missouri. Having done this race, and I kind of did it last minute, so I wasn't really training specifically for a 50K. I actually had a marathon about a month before that I was training for, so I had to alter things, but I wanted to give you a few things that I learned doing this 50K. There's no particular order. I came up with 5 of them. First, my physical fitness. Now, while I was fit enough to get through this 50K, it pointed out some physical weaknesses that I need to work on before I go even farther, say a 50-miler or maybe even beyond that. But by the end of this race, my hips and my butt were on fire. I don't think I had another mile in me, so there's definitely areas I need to work on. Probably things most runners new to those ultra distances need to work on as well. Second, nutrition. Now, I didn't have a specific nutrition plan going into this race. I kind of figured, well, I'll just do it like a marathon. I'll take a gel every 30-40 minutes, and plus I was running with tailwind. I should be fine. I didn't really have any issues, but I think going farther I will definitely have some issues, so I need to work on my race nutrition and plan for it a little better, because after 4 hours of running straight, I was wanting some solid food. Luckily the aid stations were well stocked and I could get a peanut butter and jelly and some other little things they had there. Number 3, make sure you train on the type of surface your race will be on. Now, this race was on a rails to trails, which I had never run before. I obviously run roads, technical trails. There's lots of dirt roads around where I live that I love to run, but never a rails to trail. And in my mind, I'm thinking, okay, it's flat, it's straight, the scenery's probably boring, but it should be a pretty easy surface to run on. Boy, was I wrong, because a good portion of this had really large, loose gravel stones, and every time your foot hit the ground, it just didn't hit like you're running. It would hit and move this way, and back and forth, and it was hard to get a grip, and it was really tiring. So if you can train on the exact route that you'll be running on, that's number 1. But if you can't do that, try to find something similar. You will definitely thank me for it later. 4. Now this one, everyone will give you this advice, and I kind of knew it going in, and I'm here to tell you it really drove it home. When you're getting into these ultra distances, focus more on time on your feet rather than how many miles you ran. Yes, you still need to get some really long runs in, 20 plus miles. But what's more important is getting out there for 3, 4, 5 hours at a time. This is ideal because you're not going to keep your marathon pace, which leads us to tip number 5, slow down. I don't care how fast you run a marathon road marathon, slow it way down, because you might think it's only an extra 5 miles. That's a long, long 5 miles, especially when you're on loose surface. It'll really wear you down. In fact, myself included, but most of the people I talked to that had run marathons and then came in this 50K, tacked on about an hour and a half to 2 hours onto their marathon, their best marathon time. So just slow down, push a little when you're feeling really good, slow way down, even walk when you're not, and you'll get through it fine. So those are my 5 main lessons I learned. If any of you are interested in doing an ultra distance, a 50K, even a 50-miler, just do it. Sign up for it. Train. Do it. I know there's probably some of you out there, I could never run that far. I have a hard time running a 10K. Well, let me tell you, after this first 50K, physically, it was as hard as running my first 10K, maybe even my first 5K, because I was in such bad shape then. I mean, just a few years ago, I was fat, lazy, a smoker. So if I can do it, you guys can do it. It's just a number. There's I mean, other than training and nutrition, it's just a number in your head. So if you want to do it, do it. Well, until next time, guys, good luck and stay awesome.